You want to answer in a way that moves you closer to your goal, a growing list of physician prospects and increasing numbers of sales to physician clients. Developing relationships with physician prospects is like dating. The key to success is goodness of fit. Your challenge is to find your best fit physician niche. Since the idea of dating can trigger the emotional brain for some, we're going to switch it up today. Today we're going to talk about the ways that marketing to doctors is like fishing. To catch physician clients, you need to know the answers to these questions. First, what are the rules? Some lakes and rivers have no fishing rules. Hospitals and clinics have no marketing rules too. You must be very mindful to avoid bad outcomes. Question number 2, what do you want to catch? Question number 3, where can you find them and when? You wouldn't fish for tuna in a babbling brook. They live at the sea. Further, there are certain times of day or the year that the fish are most likely to bite. What physical environment will put you in contact with your ideal prospect? When is your ideal prospect most likely to be open to your marketing message? And question number 4, what bait will you use? Successful fishing enthusiasts have clarity about what they're after, the habits of their catch, the best equipment, and their finesse. In the first 2 sessions, you learned about the habits of doctors. We discussed the fact that doctors use the thinking parts of their brains when they're helping patients. However, business goals are a different story. When money is involved, doctors tend to make choices with their feeling brains or even their reptile brains. This explains why smart doctors make not so smart financial choices. When money is involved, doctors tend to act more like patients. In other words, doctors manage their wealth like patients manage their health. They turn to you, the trusted advisor, to stay in your thinking brain. You can help elevate them to their thinking brains, just like doctors elevate patients to their best medical choices. Now we're going to talk about what you do to get ready to go out fishing. The answer to the question, what do you do, is like the bait. Today you'll get 3 tips to select the right bait. Tip number 1, think results. Marketing guru and Harvard Business School professor Theodore Levitt often told his students, people don't want to buy a 1/4-inch drill, they want a 1/4-inch hole. Your clients want results. Results are your most attractive bait. Many business people get so wrapped up in the drill, their products or services, that they experience what pilots call motion-induced blindness. To experience this yourself, go to this link. You'll see a rotating array of blue crosses and 3 yellow dots. Now fixate on the flashing green light in the center and observe what happens to the yellow dots. They seem to disappear. In reality, they're always there. Your product or service is like the green dot, and the results are like the yellow light. Pilots avoid mishaps by disciplining themselves to constantly scan the horizon. You can do the same. Always be scanning for results. Tip number 2, customize. In marketing, use the results your prospects find most attractive. Sometimes there are surprises, like with the harmonica. An entrepreneur by the name of Hohner introduced the first harmonica to America in 1862. He even got Sousa to endorse it. Still, sales were slow. Then he started a campaign saying that kids would learn to play music with the harmonica. He then packaged music with the instrument and sales took off. What results do doctors find most attractive? In B2B marketing, you talk about ROI and profits. In B2D marketing, business to doctors, it's different. Here are the 3 results doctors value most. Patient service. So you can say something like, we work with doctors who want to spend less time doing the things they don't like and spend more time seeing their patients. Second, there's family security. So bait might be something like, we work with doctors who want to go to bed at night secure that their family will be cared for no matter what. And third is build a legacy. So you might say something like, we work with doctors who want to live their legacy. Some people say, but Vicki, why not just be direct? I sell houses. Why not just say that? Your conversation partner could say, I don't need a house. I've already got one. However, you have a very different kind of conversation when you engage in client-centered thinking by focusing on results. When you ask, do your surroundings reflect your legacy? It starts the prospect thinking. They may have a house, but they don't necessarily have the home that reflects the people they are. You can build your business by delivering the results. Tip number 3, ask questions. When you go fishing, the excitement begins when the fish nibbles on the bait. The same is true in marketing. The best way to get a nibble and engage your conversation partner is through a relevant question. That means you must have listened long enough to understand what your conversation partner would find engaging. One of the best answers to the question, what do you do, is a question that begins with, have you ever been in this situation? And then you continue. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody just doesn't get you? Maybe they give you the birthday present they want to get? Well, I understand doctors and I help them get what they want and need. In a circle of surgeons looking for the next patient, we used to say, the whole world is pre-op. The person who asks you, what do you do, may not be a doctor. However, they could be married to one, have doctors in the family, or their circle of friends or neighbors. The number of people who really get doctors and are able to stand up to doctors as a trusted advisor is quite small. The person who asks you, what do you do, may be the person who leads you to your next prospect. The take-home lesson for today is position yourself by the results you help clients get. Next week, we'll have a working session to help you create your own defining statement. We'll also work on your signature dish, what you do and what you serve that's completely different than what anyone else does. In preparation for that session, consider asking family, staff, and clients to give you some feedback. Consider posing these questions. What's the most meaningful result I've helped you achieve? How do you see my strengths and gifts? If I were on the cover of a magazine, what would the magazine be and what would the story be about? Then ask yourself these questions. What are your passions in all areas of your life? What are your greatest successes? And what tasks drain your energy? Thanks for stopping by today. Look forward to working with you next week.